Hello, everybody, and good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you all. Hey, it is your girl, Ruthie the Truth, your financial wellness coach and your number one strategist for goal-driven planning. And I know that y'all know what today is. It's the Wheel of Life Wednesday. Yes. Happy Wheel of Life Wednesday, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're able to tap in. Yeah, every time I go on, I don't know what's going on, but on YouTube, it keeps freezing. But in any case, I want to say welcome. And first and foremost, thank you to all of my new followers for tuning in. I thoroughly appreciate you being here and hitting that follow button because it's there just for you. All right. And I also wanted to say, hey, why is this? I don't know what's going on here. Um, thank you to everybody who has subscribed on the YouTube channel because that as well has, I see the numbers going up, it's inching little by little, and I appreciate the support genuinely. So I just wanted to say thank y'all for that as well. Also, thank you to everybody who has reached out, who have booked calls this week, and well, booked this week for future, and also the calls coming up this week. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to speaking with you all. And also, before we get into the Wheel of Life for this week, I want to say that Miss Bernadette Joy will be joining us next Wednesday. So that is February 5th, Wednesday, February 5th. Bernadette Joy will be joining us live for the Wheel of Life Wednesday. Yes. And I'm excited because, as y'all can see, I've been getting into her book. So we're going to talk about her brand new book that just came out. It's called Crush Your Money Goals. And she is one of the authors, one of many authors that I'm going to have on the Dads and Grads podcast as well. So stay tuned for that. To talk about the strategies, money strategies that we are definitely going to be needing in 2025, y'all. Listen, if you have never planned a day in your life for anything financial, there's no time better than the present. I'm gonna just say it like that and leave it right there. You know, if you pick up what I'm putting down, listen. One thing I will not be putting down is this Crush Your Money Goals book. Collab that I'll be doing with Miss Bernadette Joy. And she's going to talk about really, you know what? There are many different topics that we're going to be covering. But the key topic that we will be covering are strategies. And not only that, but how to grow through your grief, right? Because a lot of times most people don't realize when you're going through different situations in life, you can be dealing with a lot of grief, and so it's very important that you learn how to navigate the growth and also just the strategy. Like, sometimes we have plans, they don't always go as according to plan. And she does a really great job explaining and giving different case studies of how other people, not just herself, but other clients that has had in the past, have navigated some of their challenges. So I think you guys are going to be in for a really great treat. Myself too, because I'm looking forward to this. I've met Miss Bernadette Joy on a few different occasions behind the scenes, but it'll be very exciting to finally be able to connect with her live with you guys. So yeah, looking forward to that next Wednesday. Mark it in your calendar. Obviously, I will be putting up the postings now that I learned how to put calendar on Instagram. So I'll put that post up after this live, so that way people didn't get mixed up. And also, I'll send it to your DM So that way you guys don't miss out on Miss Bernadette Joy. And if you have not followed her yet, I'll definitely be sure to put her IG handle and and tag her in the post. All right. So you guys can follow her, find out who she is and what she's all about if you have not yet. And yeah, and get your pens and pencils out, get your notebooks out, because this year we are kicking into full gear. All right. And we're not playing about this planning stuff. All right. Y'all are showing me just how serious y'all trying to get your lives together now. This is January. We're just wrapping up the first month of the new year. And yeah, planning is important. All right. So, and more importantly than planning is strategy. So, strategizing your plans and your goals, because you don't want to forget about your goals, incorporating it into your plans are very important, and they're very achievable. But it definitely takes community, and it definitely takes you to make the first step and take immediate action towards whatever it is that you know you need for your future and also your dependents. So, yeah, just wanted to throw that in there real quick before I get started. Let me see if this is going to work on my behalf, because I don't know what's going on here. This is, what are we doing here? All right, let's see. How can I do this with the screen? So this one. Oh, did I just lose it? All right, y'all. I don't know what is happening. All right, hold on. I'm trying to share my screen here on YouTube. Hey, sis. If you're able to drop the link, that would be great. I'm trying to do this here. I don't know what's going on here. All right, something. Let's see where we at. Where we at? All right, give me a minute, y'all. I'm gonna figure this thing out here, one way or the other. Yeah, I don't know why I can't get back to that other screen. Maybe if I close some things out. MG. All right. Let me see how I'm doing this thing here. Share the screen. Let me see, is it working? Okay, I'm hoping that this worked properly. I guess if anybody is tuned in live on YouTube, let me know if you're able to see my screen. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I think it worked. All right, cool. All right, I got that. Yes. All right, so boom, got the shared screen on YouTube. Anybody who's on Instagram right now, if you want to watch what I'm doing live, you can head on over to my YouTube channel. Link is in the bio, just in case you didn't know. And yes, and you can check live right now to see what's going on my screen. All right, so I don't know what in the wizard. All right, what's happening here, buddy? Because now I see two of me. How is that possible? All right. Anywho. All right, let me just start filling this out here. So so step one is to fill out your email. Yeah, now, what is going on here? Yeah, so step one, you're gonna fill out your email. Then next you'll put your name. So I put Ruthie the Truth. And then you'll select your date of birth. And today, I'm just gonna put today's date, just for the purpose of demonstration. Happy birthday shout out to anybody if it's your birthday this past week. Hope you had an amazing birthday. What in the world? Okay, whatever. We're just gonna have two Ruthies today. It's fine. On YouTube. Okay. All right. So, and then you'll identify whether or not you are a mom or dad or graduate that may not necessarily have children, or if you are a parent who is a graduate. All right. You'll specify. So for me, I will put I'm a mom, graduate, or mom grad. All right. I hope that the double me is on YouTube is not too distracting for y'all. Hopefully it's not. We'll see. All right, so yeah, you'll scroll down and you select what it is. So for me, I can pretty much do this thing while asleep now. So yeah, I'm gonna just type it in. You just look along, follow along, right? And where we at? I got teenagers, high school grad, who also has trade school and college background. And then we'll hit next. All right. And with that, we are going to start the Wheel of Life. All right. Oh, yes, my nephew's birthday. Yes, nephew's birthday is Friday. That's right. Happy birthday, or happy early birthday to you, nephew. I completely forgot. I mean, I remembered, but forgot at the same time. It's weird. I don't know how that works. But anywho, yeah, shout out to my nephew. Happy birthday in advance. Let me see. And yes, all right. So for those of you who are new to the Wheel of Life Wednesday, this is my workbook with the other back. All right. The Wheel of Life is a comprehensive tool that is designed to help dads and grads pretty much reflect on their major life transitions. And the whole objective is to let them know that, you know, even though they may be in leadership positions, leaders need somebody to check in on them too. All right. And so that's exactly what this is. This tool is a check-in tool, right? And it makes it easy, hopefully makes it easier to have open and honest communication when life may be, you know, a little rocky, maybe a little hectic at times. All right. And so the Wheel of Life, for everybody who is on Instagram that can see, actually, I might be able to do the YouTube thing too, because look, I printed out the feelings wheel. Yes. All right. So here we go. The feelings wheel is a part of the colors. All right. So a lot of people were getting confused as to how this thing worked. And so let me try to re-explain this as best I can. All right. And so these instructions that I'm explaining right now are for the physical copy of the workbook. All right. The digital copy is going to look much different, but you can always receive a digital version of the actual wheel itself. And you'll be able to use what is it, PixArt, in order to color the wheel in with different colors. All right. So let me break this down to y'all. All right, I added a little extra element just to try to help clarify. Let me and y'all let me know if it's clarifying it or not. All right. All right, cool. So the Wheel of Life is comprised of the 8 major categories that are both directly impacted by our mental health and our finances. All right. And so we will take turns. You'll find someone who is, well, actually, let me read the steps. Step 1 is to find a trusted friend, family member, or significant other to share this weekly experience with you. Okay. Then step 2 is that each of you will choose a color from the feelings wheel to represent your response for each category. All right. So here we go. We have the feelings wheel, and this is brought to you by the Gottman Institute. So you can definitely look online. Oh, that was the link I was trying to get. I'll type the link in the on YouTube where you can see this actual link. I mean, you can see this actual wheel, but I printed it out for this session because I figured it's probably easier for everybody to see visuals because, you know, I personally need visual support at times to be able to fill things in. So the colors you will choose from this wheel, how you're feeling, right? These are actual words on the wheel, and I'll take some time to dissect this a little bit more, right? And so these words, whatever you choose, usually if you are having some difficulty, it's gonna be on this side, so my right. The wheel is pretty much divided into 2 sections. Okay, and I definitely left my marker. But anyway, there's the left side and the right side, all right, on the feelings wheel. And so the premise of it is that wherever you're choosing the word, your objective, if it's on kind of the negative side, the objective is more than likely to get on the positive side of the wheel, if that makes sense. All right. So, and we'll talk more about it. So the step 3 is that we'll take turns asking each other, how are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? And not only like what the number is, but also why you may be feeling that way. All right. And then step 4 is once you have colored in each category, you will use the follow-up questions to further elaborate on your wheel results for that particular week. Okay. All right. So without further ado, we have the Wheel of Life Wednesday. Yes. All right. I put the book here because I got the printouts today. I even printed out the Wheel of Life itself. I mean, this one is the older version, the not most recent update, because the more recent update has this kind of squiggle line on this side, and this is Love Life. All right. And then careers on this side. So I've been making changes as we're going along. All right. I've been taking heed, listening to y'all, what it is that you guys need as far as support. So as you guys book the calls and chat with me and give me the feedback, I make real-time adjustments just to let y'all know that this is real. It's a real thing. This is real-time support, real-time results. And yeah. All right. So here we go. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm doing a digital version for YouTube right now. So on a scale of 1 to 10, we're going to work with the numbers. 1 represents the absolute worst you've ever felt in your life, and 10 represents the absolute best that you've ever felt in your life. All right. So how are you feeling about your friends category for this week? All right. And while you guys are taking time to type in the chat, I will say, let me read off what the definition is of a friend. So a friend is a person that you know very well. Well, friends are people that you know very well and share a bond of mutual non-sexual affection with. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your friends category for this week? All right. And as you guys are typing in this chat, I will say the number I would give would be friends. I would say about like say an 8. I connected with a few friends this week, and I would say if I'm looking at the feelings wheel, I would have to say the word I would choose is importance. I would say that I feel important with my friends this week. And the reason why is because, for one, they gave me some really good feedback for incorporating the wheel of life this week. All right, so this is what I will put. Hey, Janta, good morning. So I would say the feelings word I would use for this week is important. This is because when checking in with my friends, I realized how necessary it was to make a few adjustments for the Wheel of Life Wednesday check-ins. Live check-ins. All right. All right, so where we at? All right, you said friends are 5. Okay, I haven't talked to friends this week. Okay, all right. It happens, you know. Hopefully, oh, let me see if I can put the link. I might be able to put the link on there. Let's see. For the feelings wheel. I got you. All right. So we'll say next category is health. All right. And so health is divided, I don't know if y'all can see it, into 2 subcategories. All right. So there's the mental health and physical health. All right. All of that, everybody on YouTube land. Y'all might not, maybe a little challenging to see this on YouTube, the physical version of it, but I guess I could do a separate video and just link it in the description box. Trying to find the link that I had here so I can share the feelings wheel with you guys so you can incorporate the words. All right, so sorry, let me ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your mental health category for this week? And the definition of mental health is a person's state of mind and emotional well-being. All right. All right, and while you guys are typing your response in the chat, let me see if I can drop this thing here. All right, let's see. I have to get better at navigating this thing here. All right. All right, cool. So I don't know if I'm able to. Okay, yeah, I can only do pin one thing at a time. All right. All right, cool. So I also added the feelings wheel. Actually, maybe I should pin. Oh no, actually, I know what I'll do. All right. Yeah, so mental health on a scale of 1 to 10. I would say, while you guys are typing in the chat, for me, I would say I'm at a 7. And if I look at the feelings wheel to find a word to properly express, what it is. And in case, I don't know, okay, I think both areas, both of y'all are able to see. In the feelings wheel, there are 3 different levels, right? So the center level are the core feelings, right? And then the middle or center level of feelings are a little more descriptive of the core feelings. And then the outer level is even more descriptive. All right. So I am choosing the words within the middle level, just so it's not too simplistic and not too complicated. Like right in the middle. This is a little sweet spot. That's what I like to call it. All right. So I'm choosing words from the sweet spot. And I would say my sweet spot word would be let's see. I guess I would say thoughtful. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it would be between thoughtful and anxious. And I noticed that many times, I can feel a bit anxious, and that comes from just overthinking a lot about things that clearly I can't control, but somehow my brain tricks me into thinking I can control things that I know I can't. So yeah, so I toggle back and forth between feeling anxious and feeling thoughtful, because overthinking, thinking, thought, yeah, mentally. Oh, excuse me. All right, so all right, what'd you say? Mental health 5. I'm just over it. Over it? What do you mean over it? You're over mental health. What is all right? I might need a little more clarity than that. I mean, you can get the feelings wheel. Oh man, I don't think I sent the I don't have the link for the feelings wheel, but not on Instagram anyway. It's on YouTube. But check out the feelings wheel on YouTube so you can give me the sweet spot word for what you call it, stress to the max. What? Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. And okay. Wow. All right, let me get my response. Feel free to type away if you want, if you feel up to elaborating further. Let me see. Stress, is that on here? Uh no, I don't have stress on here. That's interesting. All right, we're gonna get to I would say stress falls within like hostile or rage. I think that would be one of the sweet spot words. All right. So what did I say? My words are thoughtful. All right. What about anger? So yeah, yes. Okay, yes. Angry is there. Angry and frustrated is about. Okay, gotcha. Did you get that from the feelings wheel, or did you came up with that? I mean, you just like that's the first thing that came to your mind. Because if you saw the feelings wheel, then I'm like, okay, all right. That was quick. Um, let's see where we at. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna let you type in the chat. While you typing in the chat, I'm gonna move on to the next category. Um, okay, you just came up with that. Okay, all right. So you are very into with feelings then. So that's a great thing because you didn't even need this feelings wheel. Like, wow, feelings wheel, feelings wheel. Like, all right, all right. Yeah, we gonna have to debrief on that one. But all right, cool, cool. Um, we're gonna move right along, and we'll definitely make sure you put a bookmark on that. The next subcategory for health is physical health. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your physical health uh, category for this week? And physical health is a person's state of being with regards to their organs and body system functions. All right. While you guys are typing that in the chat, I will say, where am I at with it? I would say, I feel like I'm at an 8. Um, I'm still pretty active in all my limbs. If I'm referencing the feelings wheel, I would say I'm content. Could be one of the words. Um, appreciative. Well, actually, it's appreciated, but energetic. Yeah. Well, actually, I'm not as energetic as I would be, but um, I would say content. Content. No issues. No outstanding issues this week. And fair. Energy. Okay. All right. So where we at? All right. Physical health. You said 7 out of 10. It's good. Changing my lifestyle little by little. Okay. Congratulations. Yes. And a lot of people, for the new year, I heard the gyms were packed out there. Um, despite the weather craziness that's been going on in the world. Like, what's that all about? Um, but yeah, the new year, new me thing, got a lot of the gyms packed out. Hopefully everybody who is being active and going with the flow of transitioning into a healthy physical health lifestyle. I hope y'all going strong out there. Um, and if ever you feel like you need some community, you just come on over to the Dads and Grads. And don't worry, Ruthie the Truth got you. Tap into the Wheel of Life Wednesday and talk about it. All right. So yeah, I gave my response. What okay, I'm sorry, I forgot to ask you, what word would you give for um to describe your physical health? What would be the sweet spot word? If you have the reference. If not, like, you can roll off the dome with it, it's fine, because apparently you have the words already in your memory bank. So that means you were really active in your dictionary studies during elementary school, which, listen, y'all, I'm definitely bringing that back. We're gonna bring back some dictionaries, and we're bringing back thesauruses, because apparently there is a lot of us out here that may have missed a couple of sessions, may have missed a couple of, like, yeah, some key words, just, and it's never too late to learn vocabulary, especially when there's just so much vocabulary in life on a daily basis that's just constantly being thrown at us. And I realize that this is a part of the leveling up in life, that even me, I'm gonna speak for myself. I thought I knew what some words meant until I realized I didn't. Well, really, I realized that there are more than one. There may be more than one definition for different words, and so yeah. And it took me to learn and practice Spanish to even realize the English that I didn't know, which is crazy. So I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. All right. I just got to get a little hydration right quick. Speaking of physical health. All right. So moving right along to the next category. The next category is family, la familia. All right. In español. Okay. I mean, at some point, I'm gonna be doing this bilingual, so hopefully y'all stick around for that. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your family category for this week? And to read off the definition, family are people who are there for you in times of need, joy, and sorrow. They help you grow and to figure out who you really are. Okay. So I'm gonna take a little drink break right quick while y'all are typing it in the chat. All right. And I guess I can give my number for this week as well. And my word for this week. All right, let's see. All right, so I would say my family category for this week is at a 7. And let me see. On my feelings wheel, I would say I'll turn this one a little bit. I don't even see a word. Uh, all right, I found a word. So I would say guilty. I felt semi guilty, not fully. Okay, you said family 7 out of 10. I'm enjoying movie night. Okay, what movie y'all watching? What movie y'all watching over there? Huh? All right, so for me, yeah, I would say I felt a little guilty, right? And so let me tell y'all, because it's all about being true and honest, right? I feel a little guilty because I have hyper focused so much on, um, making sure things are running on a day to day basis, which there's always something that goes wrong. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And so it can be very time consuming. Okay, you said a movie called Bob the Butler. Okay. Okay, I've never heard of that one, but I'm sure you will fill me in. But that's good to know. You still checking in while you watching a movie. Like, what? All right, I see you. Dedication. All right, so yeah, I feel guilty because the amount of time that I would want to spend with my family or would have, well, yeah, on a continuous basis to spend uh is very much shortened because uh yeah, I've been very consumed, especially in preparation of um having authors, like taking time to read. And this is why I say it's like half guilty because I also realize that I am a part of my own family. Like, I am figuring out who I really am, right? I am there for myself in need, obviously, in times of need, in times of joy, and in times of sorrow, which, I have to not discount myself when I reflect on this category. But I have noticed because I've set up my goals, and as I was typing them out today, well, actually between today and the beginning of the week, I think I have it here. Yeah, I realized that a lot of my goals I wouldn't probably, I'm not really hitting on the family side But I will say this one's kind of small. I have a few versions of it. And this chart, just to let you all know, this is what I use in the Dads and Grads Academy workshops to help dads and grads, as well as myself. I've practiced this and I've used this with my children since 2015. So 10 years now that I've been using this setup to help keep track of your goals. And yeah, I realized that it looks different now. Life looks very different for me. And so the way that I expected to be consistent in accomplishing the goals definitely changes over time, because that's just what life does, change. So sometimes change can be accompanied with guilt. And so I wanted to share this, especially because as I was reading this book, between reading this book and printing out my goals, this combination made me realize, like, wow, okay, this is an area that I may need to focus on a bit more and define and redefine, because going through the life transition of my children becoming young adults, it's very, like, there are a lot of different moments I feel like I'm missing out on. And I mean, they understand. My son is super sweet. He's like, "Mommy, sometimes you have to sacrifice for the greater good." And I'm like, the greater good? I was never talking like this as a teenager. I was not thinking about anybody sacrificing for nobody's greater good. Like, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But yeah, like, they're very understanding. But one thing I will say is that I did speak while I was speaking with my children earlier this week. We usually try to check in on Sundays. And yeah, like, as they were sharing with me, I really had to take it in that, like, man, I have to really kind of restructure my goals, because a whole decade has passed, and some of these goals are about a decade old, in some way, form, or fashion. And it just made me realize that there is a lot to consider, and starting with self. I know there's a whole nother category about self-love, but considering yourself as a part of your family, and what is it that you are doing for you that will benefit your entire family, as well as benefit yourself. Like, what are you doing that's going to benefit you? But then next, after you're benefiting you, how does your benefiting you benefit your family down the line? So yeah, I will say I cannot wait to speak with Miss Bernadette Joy, because she definitely gave me a lot of gems in this book right here, as far as crushing your money goals were concerned, but also reflecting on different things. And I would say, let me see if I could read a little excerpt to just give y'all a little more context of what I was talking about. All right, so I don't know what chapter this is, but it's on page 45, right? And so she was talking about facing your fears, right? And so she's saying, basically, you will want to identify which fear you may have that can be associated with that can be associated with making money mistakes. All right. And choosing the fear of whatever, I'm sorry, not choosing fear, having different fears. Hold on, I should have prepped this a little better. She's basically talking about money mistakes that we make in life, and how having fear is a part of be a money mistake, right? So more specifically, she's talking about what I picked up from this was the fear of success, right? And I did mention this to a few well, actually, one person in particular, um, during my time of growth. And because I was saying like, man, I don't know how I'm going to handle celebrity status. Like if I ever go super duper viral, how that's gonna work. And one thing they told me was that you don't really have to be that big if you don't want to be. And it made me think of celebrities that have families, and how sometimes whatever's happening in their world, for one, it can be twisted and turned all different types, guilt by association, more specifically, as they climb the ladder to success. And then how does that success affect their family, right? And so, how much of that success do they feel guilty for because their family is directly impacted by that success, if that makes sense, right? So, let me just read a quick excerpt, right? So she says, fear of success. If I'm being candid, I never really understood this fear until after I coached more and more first generation women. Why would anyone be afraid of success? Isn't success awesome? But I learned that success has a high price for many people who are afraid to leave family and friends behind. It's very hard to accept that even though you love someone, they may not want or be able to go on this journey of financial independence with you. I've heard from many students whose families shame them for suddenly being too good for them, quote unquote, too good for them. In a podcast interview with one of my favorite Latina personal finance experts, Janice Torres, she and I talked about the challenges of what we refer to as wealth guilt, right? Specifically, we were both among the first women in our families to achieve financial freedom. And we experienced the pitfalls of still belonging to a cultural narrative of scarcity. This situation can be extraordinarily complex, emotionally taxing, and sometimes even lonely. But as mentioned in the Millionaire Mindset statements in chapter 1, those who are meant to be on this journey with you will rise to the occasion. What's been surprising and amazing is that many of the people who have continued to support me in my own quest for financial freedom are people I never expected to, which I can say I've actually witnessed. Like, this has been my experience in life numerous times already, but it wasn't until I read this book that it's made me take time to reflect on my life experiences. All right. So she says, just the last two sentences, my transparency in my own money struggles has actually brought me closer to certain people whom I wasn't close to before. I used to be self-conscious about the fact that I have a small social circle, but I've now realized that I'm incredibly lucky to have a handful of people in my corner who love me as I am. And I just want to say thank you, Bernadette Joy. I have to tag you in this live because you helped me in this little passage identify um, my feeling, the word for my feelings wheel, from the feelings wheel to put into this week's Wheel of Life Wednesday check-in. All right, and I've held that for a little minute now, but I figured the Wednesday before we actually go live would be best to just highlight that factor, and highlight that excerpt. So yeah, with that, I would say that, yeah, guilt of becoming successful. However, um hopeful that my sacrifices, or let me just say how my son phrased it, my sacrifice for the greater good will be worth the while. No, worthwhile for them in the long term. All right. So yeah. But I would say it's not the worst I've ever felt in my life. Like I'm only at a 7 with this, but I did want to share that little tidbit with y'all because I felt like that was important to highlight. All right. All right. So moving on to the next category, we have fun. All right. And I would start singing SpongeBob, but I already know I'm going to mess up some of the words. So I will not attempt it at all. All right. Welcome. Welcome. All right. So the next category is fun. So fun, which is also known as recreation, involves one or more activities of enjoyment, amusement, or lighthearted pleasure. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your fun category for this week? All right. And while you guys are typing in the chat, let me say that I would put, I don't know, because, to be honest with you, this week, my fun levels have been kind of wavy. It was like some days were fun, other days were definitely not fun. So I don't know, maybe I would say 5 for this week. Fun is neutral, I guess. Yeah. And if I would find my sweet spot word, um, let's see, what would I say? I would say creative, because I have been creating quite a few things, but there's probably a better word than that. So let's see. You know what this wheel reminds me of? What you call it? When you go to the OBGYN for all the ladies out there, and they do the hey, what is that thing called? I used to know it. When they try to find like your ovulation date and things, that's what this reminds me of. Um I don't know. Fun. I would say, yeah, I don't even have a sweet spot word. Confused. Confused. That's the word. Yeah. That's my feelings word for this week. There's just been a whole lot of confusion going on. Okay, you said fun is a 2 out of 10. Oh wow. Didn't get to that point. Yeah, I can't even blame you. Yeah, this week has been pretty turbulent. One thing I will say though is that I've learned a lot. So my education score is probably through the roof this week. um, but man, that's not good. 2 out of 10. We gotta get that up. Um, let me see. I would say confused. Just a lot going on this week. Creating much chaos and lack of clarity on next steps. Okay. Yeah. Is my response for this week. All right, next category is education. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your education, not clarity, education category for this week? And while you guys are typing in the chat, let me read the definition. So education is the process of receiving or giving systematic instructions, typically at a school or university, for an enlightening experience. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your education category for this week? And I would say, you know what? I would say I'm at a 9 for this week. And the reason why is because I've just learned so much things that I thought I knew and I didn't know. So many things that I thought I knew, but didn't know. So recently. All right, and I guess I pull out my handy dandy feelings wheel. Best word to describe this would be critical. Really skeptical, but the sweet spot word that goes along with skeptical is critical. So I would say critical. Because it is quite interesting to get information or really to get, hey, welcome. It's really like, wow, when you get information that you thought you knew, but you really didn't know until you learned it, and kind of looked it up and dig through some research for yourself. It can be very shocking, really take you back a bit, and yeah, take some time to process all that information. So, yeah, that's what I would say for this week. All right, you said for education, it's a 9 out of 10. I learned a lot of web design stuff. Okay, that is amazing. Yes. Okay, that's cool. That's what's up. Love it. All right. So, okay, this is a perfect segue into the next category, which is personal growth. All right. And so personal growth is the process of an individual becoming aware of self entirely, followed by taking steps to address the behaviors attitudes, values, actions, and habits that they wish to change. All right. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your personal growth category for this week? And while you're typing in the chat, I'm going to take me another sip of my agua as I think of my number and my word for personal growth. Then, all right, so I think I have my word. And I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it an 8. And my sweet spot word would be hopeful. All right. While y'all still typing in the chat, let me elaborate. So by doing these readings in preparation for the podcast and interviews and the live stream for next week, or the coming weeks rather, not just next week. I will say this preparation phase has allowed me to really reflect and reset better. A lot of my values, number one. Not only that though, but to really evaluate what my actions have been over the years and how those actions, whether for better or for worse, have developed me into who I am now, and how the new version of myself that is continuing to evolve during this time of just a lot going on in life, just is teaching me how versatile I've been over the years, and multifaceted and resourceful. So yeah, and the behaviors, like I was able to document a number of different behavioral changes and evolutions, behavioral evolutions, evolution of my attitudes with certain things, many things. You said testing my skill. Okay, yeah, exactly. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I missed a thing. All right, you said personal growth 8 out of 10. Trying different types of designs on a practice web page. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Cool. That's what's up. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, just really applying the knowledge that's already there and testing your skills to see if there's anything that you may have missed in life that, it's never too late to work on, and no time better than the present to do it, right? Like, makes sense. In my opinion anyway. So yeah. I would say hopeful, and I'm gonna take what you were saying. Yeah, testing. Much of, well, actually, for me, it was more so reflecting. Right, so reflecting on much of my evolution in these areas over the years. I've been taking some time out to document these growth patterns, as well as areas which still could use improvements. Well, and yeah, whoop, there it is. All right, so yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have your sweet spot word for personal growth from the handy dandy wheel of life? I'm sorry, feelings wheel of feelings. um, if not, roll off the dome. You already know how it goes. Just let's just try to incorporate this now that this is part of the practice, because I didn't realize people didn't know like how they really feel and just kind of need a little extra guide. I mean, you like I said, your vocabulary is already locked and loaded, so I'm sure whatever word you pick is probably gonna be on here anyway. So yeah, okay, confident. Hey, all right, let me see. Yes, it actually is on here. Confident, right there. Boom, you want the yellow. Hello. Yay. All right, cool. That's what's up. All right, so with that said, um, the next category would be love life. All right. And love life is divided into two subcategories. First one is self-love, because technically you cannot love anybody else if you don't first love yourself. And the second subcategory is well, we're gonna get to that one. All right, let's do first things first. First subcategory is self-love. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your self-love category for this week? And self-love is the act of treating yourself with kindness and respect, nurturing your growth and your well-being. All right, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your self-love category? While you guys are typing in the chat, I will give my response and say, I love myself. I'm at a 9, you know? And let me take a little sip. All right. Sweet spot word for this category, I would say, is yeah. Aware. I like this one, aware. And that's actually right here. It's in the orange. Again, doing the deep reflections for this week has made, me much more aware of all the reasons why I simply love myself. As well as all the reasons why I need to love myself a little bit more. And lose the negative self-talk / criticism, things that have not been within my control. Okay. Cool. All right, where we at? All right, you said self-love is a 5 out of 10. I'm still working on it. Best believe I'll bounce back. Okay, all right. I love the optimism. I mean, I don't want to be giving you the sweet spot words, but I was just saying, I think optimism, that's what that sounds like to me. I don't even know if that's on here. It's probably not. Yeah, no, I don't see it. But I don't want to be putting words in your mouth. I mean, you let me know what's your word for this category. And yeah, mine I chose was aware. All right. Let me know which word you would say. All right. And as you type in your response in the chat, I will move on to the next category. Okay, passionate. All right. I'll see you. I love it. I love this new word thing. This is great. All right, so the next category is subcategory for love life is romantic love life. All right. So romantic love is defined as the act of courtship behaviors of one person to express their overall feelings of attraction towards another. And it's also defined as a narrative genre in literature that involves a mysterious, adventurous, or spiritual storyline where the focus is on a quest involving bravery and strong values. So, with that said, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your romantic love life for this week? And I would say, let's see, where am I? You know what? I would say neutral. I would say 5 out of 10. My sweet spot word. This one's gonna be tough because it's neutral. I'm gonna have to roll off the dome with this one. Or you know what? I think I'll keep it cute. I'll say bashful. Bashful. That's not the sweet spot word, but that's the one I'm gonna use. When I think of that word, the first thing that pops up in my mind is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And basically, like that's I don't know if they named the dwarves based on her feelings or if it was just based on their characteristics or whatever. It's interesting. This makes me want to dive deeper into literature because, romance is really, based on literature. And I believe Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was a book first, if I'm not mistaken. And it would be interesting to learn the background of that story. All right. All right. You said romance is 5 out of 10. The love is there, but I'm working on my mental health and self-love. That is fair. You know what? And that is absolutely the right way to do it, because that's where it starts, and that's where longevity lives. You know, longevity lives within the mental health and self-love part categories of, or areas of, your life as it pertains to relationship. So, but for me, I would say I'm bashful. I'm just trying to stay in my lane, do my own thing, and not get caught up out in these streets. uh, Stay in my lane, drink water, and mind my business. There you have it. All right. So the next category is career. Career. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your career for this week? All right. Oh, and also, what is your sweet spot word for the romance category, sis? While you typing that in, let me read the definition of career. So, career is defined as an occupation undertaken for a significant period of a person's life in which opportunities for progression exist. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about your career for this week? While you're typing in the chat, I would say, I think I will give it a 9 for this week. And I'll tell you why after I take the sip. I like that word, focus. Yes. I love how you rolling off the dome with this. This is amazing. Because I don't, yeah, I don't, it's on here. No, it's not on here, but that's a great word. I like it. I love this. I love it. All right. Give me one moment. All right. So, yeah, 9 out of 10. I would say my word would be um hmm appreciated. Yes. All right. Yeah, so I would say appreciated because for many years I've been considered major weirdo for always planning for the plans. If you know, you know. Ah, but now I believe that my hypervigilance habits will be much needed and far more appreciated in these next few months and years ahead. Okay. Especially as a financial wellness coach. So, yeah. That is my response. And I'll wait for you to type your response. I'll take my sip of water in the meantime. All right, cool. Okay, so because I always monitor my feelings by searching on the web, and I also have mood rings. What? You have mood rings? I didn't know. I never knew this. So I memorized them. Interesting. You learn something new every day, people. You see what I'm talking about? Mood rings. Like what? How many of y'all got mood rings out there? Like type it in the chat. Type mood ring in the chat. Well, I guess in the comments if you're watching the replay. Who? Wow, this is interesting. I didn't even. No wonder. No wonder you got all these great words. Like what? Mood rings. Oh man. I haven't, you know what? I never even thought those things worked, to be honest with you. I think I had one like eons ago when I was a missionette. But that's great. That's interesting. My butterfly ring is a mood ring. That is what? Wow. I did not know this. Interesting. I wonder how many people have mood rings and like do you feel like it works? Like or well, I'm assuming to some degree it does if you have these words that you can clear like you could put like it's nothing. What? Wow. This is so insightful. You just boosted my education score, whatever it was. All right. So you said for career, you said a 6 out of 10, still working on it. Okay, all right. Life is nothing but a work in progress. But all right, cool, cool, cool. This is interesting. All right, mood rings. Wow. All right, so moving forward, all right. Let's describe your number one financial goal for 2025. So yes, it does actually work and changes colors. Let's read this. What? Wow. Wow. Just wow. I'm just wowed right now because all this time in my life I could have been wearing a mood ring. Is this what you're telling me? Like to figure out what my mood was? I mean, I don't think I get all that moody, but that time of the month always is it can trip you up sometimes. Trip you up. But wow, interesting. That is so interesting. All right. Let me not get too distracted. All right, yeah. So for moving forward, we need to describe the number one financial goal for 2025. And you say yes, it helps. Okay. Shout out to the mood bringers out there. Cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. Interesting. This is so interesting. All right. So speaking of, all right, career. What word would you say? Which one of your sweet spot word? Well, your mood ring words, I should say, right? Would you use to describe your career category for this week? All right. And so while you typing that in the chat, I will type my usual goal that almost everybody knows at this point, is to, all right, is to have a positive financial impact in the lives at least 800 dads and grads in leadership position. Especially those with ADHD and or ASD. Right? So either on the autism spectrum or just struggle with the daily struggles of ADHD, which I'm realizing this is most of y'all are gravitating to me. And I'm here for you. All right. And y'all are here for me. I gotta thank y'all because y'all be showing up. I don't even expect it. And y'all are just so willing to reciprocate, just caring, because I guess that's just what being in this ADHD neurodivergent community is all about. So it's amazing. Much progress has been made. It gets a little scary sometimes because sometimes I do feel a little under prepared to take so many of you on at once, because you guys are very responsive. And I feel bad because I'm not as responsive as I would like to be and as I know I can be. But I do the check-in specifically to let y'all know, just in case y'all emails, messages, or whatever is still in drafts and unsent. This is a part of the weaknesses that I'm working on strengthening as a neurodivergent brain myself here, my neurospicy brain here. Just to let y'all know that I have not forgotten y'all. And the one thing I can remember is to come on live every Wednesday for the Wheel of Life Wednesday check-in. So yeah, doing the physical, it helps much better than the typical formalities for now. Eventually I'll get better at it. So yeah. All right. So okay, you said determined. Okay, all right. I love it. Love it. All right, determined. Is that on here? No. So you got some good words here, man. That's what. I like your words. I think I like your words better than these words. Just saying. Maybe I gotta get a mood ring or something. So, or maybe I'll just take yours. borrow. I don't want to take it. I want to be I don't want you out here switching up moods and not knowing what's going on. Like, I know you got to know. So, you know, you good with the whole keeping it connected and staying on top of keeping track of what your mood is and all that good stuff. So I love it. I really do. I'm like, I can't stop smiling. Oh, he said, I got two of them. Oh, word? So you were just holding out this whole time. You just was just not gonna tell me that you had an extra mood ring? Like, wow. Or is it, do you switch the mood rings? Do they give different moods? Never mind. Let me not overthink the process. Let me finish this thing here. Because you already know me, my brain is gonna start swirling and I'm just gonna be thinking all type of craziness. Boom. All right. So the next question is, for moving forward, is which of the following categories do you feel is holding you back the most financially? For example, which one do you feel is your biggest area to grow? You said all you gotta do is ask. Oh, word? Well, I didn't even know I had the option to ask. But I'm glad I know now. Randomly, it takes a check-in. You see what I'm saying, y'all? Like, listen, there's a lot of power in these check-ins, y'all. Y'all don't sleep on the check-ins. All right, cool. I'm asking for a mood ring now. So I guess asking ye shall receive, right? That's what the Bible says, whatever what you call it, whatever scripture that is. I gotta find it. Asking ye shall receive, knocking, the door shall be open unto you. Right? Let me see. Where did we at? Oh, I was about to type on the wrong thing here. Hold on. You see, here we go. My ADHD brain here. Boom, where we at? Where we at? Who knows it? Okay, Matthew 7:7. Yeah. Ask and it shall be given. I guess supposed to say unto you. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be open unto you. Well, it's different versions of it, I guess. Trying to find KJV. Yeah, Matthew 7:7. Matthew chapter 7, verses 7-8. And well, this can't be the full thing. All right, hold on. Let me just see. Matthew 7. Oh. Okay, yeah. Asking ye shall receive, and asking it shall be given unto you. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be open unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth. Right? And to him that knocketh, it shall be open. That's a word. Matthew chapter 7, verses 7-8. There you go. I'm asking and I'm receiving. Y'all see it here first, y'all. All right. All right, let me stop being silly here. All right, so my biggest area of growth, I would say, what's holding me back financially? Well, I think I will always say education for me personally, because you don't know what you don't know. And the more you know, the more you can actually grow, and the more opportunities that will present themselves to you, because you know where to look, you know where to find, you know where to knock so the door can be open. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, the resources, education provides a plethora of resources. And so I always encourage, especially the younger generation, up and coming generation, to always seek education, lock in, and just go for it. All right. Sometimes it may be intimidating because some people, a lot of people like to try to play the youngins like they don't know what they're talking about, and act like they don't have a certain knowledge base that could exceed the older generation. Some people don't believe that's a thing. They think age means that you know everything, but absolutely not. Because it's all about what you do with your life and what experiences you've learned during all of that age that you were given. And yeah, but again, it's another topic for another time and another live. All right. So yes. Next. Okay, you said what's holding me back is mental health. Okay. All right. All right. So then that good. So we go to the next question. What plan are you going to execute this week to work towards the category that you selected? All right. And so I just, again, want to show you guys the plans that I have put in place already. So when I'm asking what plans do you have, this is what I'm talking about. So I've typed out daily goals as well as, well, really, it started with yearly goals. Hey, welcome, welcome. Yeah. So it really starts with me writing everything out. And again, this is what we do in the Dads and Grads workshops. We write out the plans and just do a rough draft first. And then once we get the rough draft together, take the notes, you know what I'm saying? Then we review things, switch it up, like, you know, just modify it a little bit, and then type it up. And from typing it up, we put it into a handy dandy spreadsheet. And the spreadsheet you will use to track every single day what the plan is, what your goals are, and how that goes according to this plan. All right. So you should have 3 different categories of plans, right? And 3 different, as well as 3 different categories of goals, right? So your goals, they're either going to fall into the category of hard, easy, or fun. All right. Well, and there should be all 3. So for education, the hard part, I would say for me, is to find an accountability partner to read with, which I don't really think is going to be too hard because a lot of people, you know, you go to the library, you can find so many people just that like to read. So, find an accountability partner to support me in my quest to continue self-educating. And shout out to the librarians because I didn't realize there were business centers in libraries. And so this is something that I actually learned earlier this week. And yeah, taking action and taking advantage of the opportunities. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes and kind of following up with that as time progresses. So yeah. So that's the hard part. So I guess the librarians will be my accountability partners for now. The easy plan is to get started with mapping out my daily goals towards improving education category. Sweet. Well, education efforts. All right. And then fun is to watch YouTube videos interview authors or live stream and or I'm gonna just put Dads and Grads podcast DGP. Well, I'll just put in the pod, as they call it, right? And watch videos. I mean, watch other movies slash the TV series that are educational and teach history in depth. Okay. So, cool. All right. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right. So you said hard for you, hard is take a risk. Okay. Easy is to not overthink or overanalyze. All right. Okay. And fun is to be around that, I'm assuming meaning people who have the same views as me and go to events or go to a spa. I know that's right. Hey, listen, taking a bath and just like playing, I know you got like the Alexa and, if, well, I don't know if you drink wine or not, but, just having a little glass of wine, just having a nice bubble bath and some nice music playing. Um, it helps. For the mental health, it gives mental clarity because you don't have to worry. Well, obviously you have to put your son to bed, but after he's, taken care of, yeah, just sitting in a nice warm bubble bath with some, you could do the what do you call it, bath bombs or whatever, some nice smell goods. I always love mint. So if you like, I know I have a mint candle. I like to light up the mint candle and just, taking the aromatherapy, but it could be any aromatherapy scent or essential oils and, just kind of like vibe out, just spa. You can put spa music on or jazz music. That's something that can be done immediately. In place of a spa, unless you want to actually go to a full-fledged spa, then that's something different. But just saying, you can create a spa ambiance right where you at, and you know that could be fun. Um, you know what? It's making me realize I have not done that in a long time, and I probably should, get on, get with that. You say, "Yep, I used to do that," and no, I don't drink wine. I'm not that fancy. What? Wine? Wine is not that fancy. Like, you could literally get a wine bottle for like $5. It's like the cheap way, the frugal way to relax yourself. I mean, I don't drink anything anymore besides water. But yeah, like what? I mean, hey, listen, to each his own. Whatever you got to do. Whatever you want to consume. You can drink hot chocolate if you want. It's all up to you. Um but anyway, yeah, taking a nice bath with some nice essential oils, like the greatest. Uh Great for mental health, clarity, and things of that nature. So, all right. And then the last and final question is, are you interested in joining Ruthie's Road to the hashtag 800 Club mission for 2025? Woo-hoo. And you already know I'm gonna always say yes because this is what I'm here for. And I just click the next button. And the next cohort already started, but after this one is April 27th. That's the one for the spring time. All right. This one, which started Sunday, is for the winter cohort. All right. And before you hit submit, you just toggle this little handy dandy toggle thingamajigger that says send me a copy of my responses, so that way you can keep up week by week on what your responses are and, document your growth process. All right. And then you hit submit and done, finito. All right, cool. And then let me see, how do I do this? I'm gonna stop sharing, even though sharing is caring. We don't need to share now. And yeah. All right, y'all. So that wraps up the Wheel of Life Wednesday check-in for this week. And I hope that you all will have an amazing rest of your week. And I look forward to seeing you all next time. Oh, also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the like button if there was anything during this live that you liked on, anybody who's watching on YouTube out there in YouTube land. Definitely, you hitting the like button helps me to reach my goal of reaching the 800 dads and grads. I know it's only January, but my goal is to hit the 800 number by December 31st of this year. All right. So the more likes, the more videos you hit the like button on, the better. And the easiest way to do that is to just hit the subscribe button. It's there just for you. And that way, anytime I post the videos, it'll pop up the notification on your phone or your whatever device you're using. And yeah, and then you just go right to the video, hit the like button, and boom, done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So yes, I would love for you to support the Ruthie's Rose 800 quest goal. This is the major business goal. The closer I can get to 800, the closer I could accomplish my goal. And not only that, but I could help 800 dads and grads this year accomplish their goals. I don't know about you, but I definitely, anytime I see anybody who's willing to lend a helping hand, especially when there's so much uncertainty in life, I never hesitate to share that information with them. So definitely feel free to hit the share button and share this video and also this mission with any and all dads or grads that would benefit from Ruthie's Rose 800. All right. So yeah, so with that said, thank you all. I appreciate you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for your participation as always. And if there's anything that you missed, you have any questions, feel free to email me at clients, that's CLIENTS, at ruthiedtruth.com. You can catch that in the description box if you're watching this on YouTube and on Instagram. You click the link in my bio to get that information. And yeah, until next week, I look forward to hoping that you're gonna have a great rest of the week. And if not, I pray that your week does get better. All right. And if you have again any questions, comments, concerns, do not hesitate to reach out. I will provide resources so that way nobody has to feel like they are alone in everything that's happening in life. Just know Ruthie cares, and Ruthie the Truth has a plethora of resources available to you. All you have to do is ask. Chapter 7, verse 7, it says at Matthew chapter 7. Hold on, let me say that again. Listen, all you have to do is ask. As it says in Matthew chapter 7, verses 7 and 8. Ask and ye shall receive. I'm gonna drop that link in there too, so that we y'all see what it is. All right. So have a great rest of your week, and I look forward to seeing you all next time.